Gentlemen and gentlemen, I hope you're all doing well. In today's episode, we're getting revenge. Last episode, two tribes fobbed up on me. They were trying to team up so they can raid me. And we showed them that we weren't scared. It was good. But I would be a bitch if I just left it at that, let's be honest. So today, we're getting some sweet, sweet revenge. But just quickly before we get into the video, I'm going to have to give you guys some homework. I know homework's not good. I never used to do homework, I'm sure most people didn't. But this one's nice and easy. Your homework for this episode is to tell a friend about Kidders. When I started this channel back in August, I didn't think I'd get any subscribers. But now, a few months on, to this date, there's 139 of you that want to see more. Which I know doesn't sound a lot, but to me that's incredible, so thank you very much. But I have got so much planned for this channel this year. We've got different guides, different tip videos, different PvP series, and it would be great to share that with as many people as possible. So, if you're enjoying these episodes and maybe you play Ark with someone, then let them know as well, then we can all benefit. But anyways, that's enough talking. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let's get into it. So with my base safe for now, I knew I had to do something quick to get rid of these teamers. Now as I've said before, I can't raid the main guys. There were alphas on this map, and at the end of the season they got top 3 alphas for the cluster. They were online most of the time, and it was not a base you could raid online. Not without a load of people. These guys on the other hand, I'd already weakened these guys. So it was time to finish them off and see what they had. I was a bit concerned about blowing this cliff platform in case that turret tower wasn't attached to it, but I tried to blow the pillar a couple of times and this area takes cave damage, so in the end I just had to send it and hope for the best. All the external towers were either soaked or down. I just had to deal with about 6 or 7 heavies inside here and a load of fences. So I thought this would be easy. Just C4 these front fences down and then I should be able to rocket run it. But look how weird this cave is. So the C4 will get caught there but you can still get shot for it somehow. So this was going to make it a little bit more awkward to raid than I first thought. Really, I should have just kept rocket running this from the start, but my base was the other end of the map and I kept coming majorly unprepared. So in the end I accepted I wasn't going to do this on my own with just C4, so I went back to base to try and get some soakers. And this is when it occurred to me that I have not been on the ball with my carbies. I had one leveled and healed up, so with my one turtle and a dream, I headed back. Because I only had one turtle, I wanted to just check first that I couldn't get over the fences and rocket run it. But even with a beer and my best armour, I had no chance. So we needed to get soaking. So that was a lot less successful than I hoped, and I was really struggling to get any rockets or C4 in there because of how the structures were working around it. So it's less than ideal, I know, but mid-raid I had to go back and try and heal up some turtles.
I'm sick of lying here all alone and nearly sleepless at night. I'm honest, it's boring. 1,000,000 demons surrounding me, picking a fight. It's toxic. You were the best I ever had, but every second you were screwing me over, and now I'm done with it. I guess that there was no surprise. Deleting you.
Pretty soon I realised it was going to take me too long and too many turtles to try and get in this way, so we're going to have to send it and be a little bit more aggressive.
Forward without knowing the direction. I need to be honest, it was for the better. Now every day's perfect for a lifelong celebration. Go ahead.
So the turtle died right in front of me, but I'd cleared out all the fences and I was on the ledge, so I had one shot at this. Nice. I then comboed the rest of the velos to clear them out.
Can't deny I'm struggling, reminiscing about our good times, the good days, but good wasn't the only perspective of all the days that we had. We lost it. You were the best I ever had, but every second you were screwing me over, and now I'm done with it. I guess that there was no surprise. Deleting you out of my mind.
So there was still a turret on one of the cliff platforms I had to deal with, and I thought I could see one further back as well.
Going forward without knowing the direction. I need to be honest, it was for the better. Now every day's perfect for a lifelong celebration. Go ahead.
With all the turrets down, I could now clear the whole base. I didn't expect much because they knew I was coming, and I'm sure they knew that if I wasn't going to do it, someone else would have. So they had a storage box hidden back where you couldn't get. I didn't know this was like a Pelagornis spot, but if I wasn't getting into it, they couldn't keep it. So I got out my Alpha Plura and smashed it just in case. But I couldn't see any bags, so I assumed there was nothing in it. So that raid was so much more successful than I thought it would be. We got a full set of flak BPs. Most of the drawer was around 450, as well as a whole load of metal, 350 to 60 armor turtle saddle blueprints, and a whole lot more, so that was really good. But I still had some unfinished business. Like I said, I knew I'd never be able to raid these guys' base, but I wanted to weaken them. These guys are trying to wipe this whole map, and we needed to let them know that we weren't just going to let them pull up on our doorstep without fighting back. So I chucked down a quick fob and began soaking to see how much I could do from this tree root. Granted, we did have a good saddle, but after just a couple of hills, this first tower was soaked. I didn't want to drop this whole tower because I thought the cliff platform could be useful to try and soak other bits, but as I said, we were here to weaken them, so I dropped every turret on the tower, as well as the generator. Nice. So I wasn't 100% sure where the base was exactly. I knew this spot had a load of little ledges that made it really easy to defend and really difficult to get to, and on one of the ledges, one of the towers was unpowered, so this was the area I wanted to target. Whilst I was down on this cliff platform, I soaked some from the next tower, because I didn't want to be getting shot constantly. Then did a few test rockets to see where I would get shot. They got up higher than I expected, so that was a good thing. So I grappled up to try and get a better angle and see if there was any more weak spots. I noticed that the rocket got shot pretty quick, but when I shot to the right, it made it pretty much all the way, so that was the route I was going to take. I'd made it up just about, but I was nearly dead. It had broken 2 pieces of armour and I didn't bring any spare armour with me because, to be honest, I didn't think I'd make it up here. So from here I had 2 choices. It was either blow the tower and blow myself up here and risk not getting my body back, or play it safer and place a C4 and then jump off. This route is suicide, but at least I know I could probably get my body back. That wyvern in particular. With some towers soaked and some destroyed, I could get up a really nice angle just below their base, and this gave me just enough room to throw my column out. So from this point I thought my main hope is to try and get up where that tower is that's shooting now, because it's opposite their base, and if I could destroy everything around it apart from their main base, maybe, just maybe, I might not be too close to their base and I might be able to place a fob down. With this better angle, I got my first look at their main base. Now looking at this at the time was very daunting, and it kind of made me give up hope to keep going, but thinking back on it now when I'm editing this video, that golem probably would have been line of sight in a lot of them turrets because the cave entrance is quite small, and maybe if I'd stuck at this a little bit more it might have been easier than I'd first thought, but for now I was having bigger problems. A lot of the turrets were on players only, so the golem wasn't actually soaking them, and obviously golems get absolutely shredded by tech turrets, so I knew I was going to have problems with these. As well as this, the fact that I'd soaked their bottom towers pretty quick gave me a lot of hope, but all the towers higher up were definitely slot capped. As well as that, it was taking a lot longer than I was hoped, as I was constantly waiting for cryo timers. I kept having to bring the golem down to heal him up, and 9 times out of 10 when you'd throw the golem he would do this, which is obviously less than ideal. So with not many turrets shooting him anymore, I knew I was going to have to take that risk and try and ride him, so I popped a beer and went for it. I managed to get the golem's head in the wall, so I was safe, but he was getting shredded by these tech turrets. So I called in my friend quick, because with the cryo timers it was taking way too long. I also brought my second golem over that I'd got from these guys in the previous video. I was hoping that switching between the two would make this process go a whole lot faster. So I'd sat here for a long time now. The majority of the turrets still weren't soaked, and to be honest with you, I was getting bored. There's more to it than just sitting there soaking turrets for hours a day. So I'd completed what I'd set out to achieve. I got further than I actually thought I would. I'd planned really to just drop one of those towers, and we did that pretty quick. And like I say, we had weakened them. So we packed up and headed home. This is going to be it for episode 8, guys. I know it hasn't been the most exciting episode because we just sat there raiding and soaking for most of it. But the first raid was very profitable, and I felt like this was crucial for the storyline of the season. I do hope you've enjoyed the episode though. And I'm telling you now, you do not want to miss next episode. It's the finale of this series as the cluster was wiping, but it's just going to be a non-stop episode of pure PvP. So if you don't want to miss that, be sure to subscribe, and I'll be bringing that out very soon. If you've missed the rest of the series, you can go check that out on my channel. It's quite interesting, we get a lot done. But for now, this has been episode 8. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.